Hello children. In last video we have learned chapter 1 and on that chapter we made lists of the food items that we eat. We also identified food items eaten in different parts of India and marketed these on its map. Now a meal could consist of chapati, dal and brinjal curry. Another may be rice, sambar and vegetable preparation of lady's finger. Yet another meal could be appam, fish curry and vegetables. Now, one activity for you. Our meals usually have at least one item made of some kind of grain. Other items could be a dal or a dish of meat and vegetables. It may also include items like curd, buttermilk and pickles. Some examples of meals from different regions are given in this table 2.1. So select food items you deposited on the map in the chapter 1. Add some more meals to this list and enter these in table 2.1. Sometimes we may not really have all this variety in our meals. If we are traveling, we may eat whatever is available on the way. It may not be possible for some of us to eat such a variety of items, most of the items. There must be some reason through why meals usually consist of such a distribution. Do you think that your body needs different kinds of food for some special purpose? What do different food items contain? We know that each dish is usually made up of one or more ingredients which we get from plants or animals. So, in this table, you will study some common meals of different regions or states. Like in Punjab, makki roti. Items in dal, they eat rajma, and vegetables, they eat sarson saag, and others, they eat curd or ghee. In Andhra Pradesh, item of grain is rice, items of dal, tur dal and rasam. And in vegetables, they eat kundru, and other items they eat buttermilk, ghee, pickle and avakai. Children, ingredients contain some components that are needed by our body. These components are called nutrients. The major nutrients in our body are named carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals. In addition, food contains dietary fibers and water which are also needed by our body. Do all foods contain all these nutrients? With some simple methods, we can test whether cooked food or a raw ingredient contains one or more of these nutrients. The test for presence of carbohydrate, protein and fats are simpler to do as compared to the tests for the other nutrients. Let us do these tests and record all your observation in table 2.2. For carrying out these tests, you will need solution of iodine, copper sulfate and caustic soda. You will also need a few test tubes and a dropper. Try this test on cooked food items as well as raw material. Table 2.2 shows you a way to record the observation from these tests. Some food items are given in this table. You can conduct the tests either with these or any other available food items. Do these tests carefully and do not try to eat or taste by any chemicals. If the required solutions are not available in ready-made form, your teacher can prepare them as follows. Let us begin. by tasting different food items to see if they contain carbohydrates. There are many types of carbohydrates. The main carbohydrates found in our food are in the form of starch and sugar. We can easily test if a food item contains starch. So, a dilute solution of iodine can be prepared by adding a few drops of tincture iodine to a test tube half filled with water. Copper sulfate solution can be prepared by dissolving 2 grams of copper sulfate in 100 ml of water. 10 grams of caustic soda dissolved in 100 ml of water makes the required solution of caustic soda. Another activity 2, test for a starch. So take a small quantity of food item or a raw ingredient. Put 2-3 drops of dilute iodine solution on it. Observe if there is any change in color of the food item. Did it turn blue-black? A blue-black color indicates that it contains starch. Repeat this test with other food items to find out which of these contains starch. Enter all your observations in table 2.2. Test for protein. Take a small quantity of a food item for testing. If the food you want to test is solid, you first need to make a paste of it or powder it. Grind or mash a small quantity of food item. Put some of this in a clean test tube and add 10 drops of water to it and shake the test tube. Now using a dropper, add 2 drops of solution of copper sulfate and 10 drops of solution of caustic soda to the solution. So test tube, shake well and let the test tube stand for a few minutes. What do you see? Did the contents of the test tube turn violet? A violet color indicates presence of proteins in the food item. Now you can repeat this test on another food item like raw potato, milk, groundnut, uncooked powdered rice, cooked rice, dry coconut, uncooked tur dal, powdered and cooked dal, slice of any vegetable, slice of any fruit, boiled egg, white portion. Test for fats. Take a small quantity of a food item, wrap it in a piece of paper and crush it. Take care that the paper does not tear. Now straighten the paper and observe it carefully. Does it have an oily patch? Hold the paper against light. Are you able to see the light faintly? Through this patch, an oily patch on paper shows that the food item contains fat. The food items may sometimes contain a little water. Therefore, after you have rubbed an item on paper, let the paper dry for a while. If there were any water that may have come from food, it would dry up after some time. If no oily patches show up after this, the food item does not contain any fat. What do these tests show? Are fats, proteins, and starch present in all the food items that you tested? Does a food item contain more than one nutrients? Do you find any food item that does not contain any of these nutrients? We tested food items for 3 nutrients: carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. There are also other nutrients like vitamins and minerals that are present in different food items. Why do we need all these nutrients? So, what do various nutrients do for our body? So, we have to understand carbohydrates mainly provide energy to our body. Fats also give us energy. In fact, fats gives much more energy as compared to the same amount of carbohydrates. Food containing fats and carbohydrates are also called energy giving food. Proteins are needed for the growth and repair of our body. Foods So children, food containing proteins are often called bodybuilding foods. Vitamins help in protecting our body against diseases. Vitamin also help in keeping our eyes, bones, teeth and gums healthy. Vitamins are different kinds. But vitamins are of different kinds by different names. Some of these are vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E and K. There is also a group of vitamins called vitamin B complex. Our body needs all type of vitamins in small quantities. Vitamin A keeps our skin and eyes healthy. Vitamin C helps body to fight against many diseases. Vitamin D helps our body to use calcium for bones and teeth. Foods that are rich in different vitamins are shown in figure 2.6. So children, see here, these are the pictures which are source of vitamin A, and in this picture source of vitamin B, and the citrus fruits are source of vitamin C, and the fish, butter, milk, eggs, these are the source of vitamin D. So minerals are needed by our body in small amounts. Each one is essential for proper growth of body and to maintain good health. Some sources of different minerals are shown in table figure 2.10. See children, these pictures, green and leafy vegetables, fish, these are the source of iodine. Some source of phosphorus, milk, banana, cereals, chilies, and here spinach, apple. Some fruits are the source of iron. Source of calcium is milk and egg. Now, Paheli has a question. Our body also prepares vitamin D in presence of sunlight. Yeah, this is right. Most food items usually have more than one nutrients. You may have noticed this while recording your observations in table 2.2. However, in a given raw material, one particular nutrient may be present in much larger quantity than in others. For example, rice has more carbohydrates than other nutrients. Thus, we say that rice is a carbohydrate rich source of food. Beside these nutrients, our body needs dietary fibers and water. Dietary fibers are also known as roughage. Roughage is mainly provided by plant products in our foods. Whole grains and pulses, potatoes, fresh fruits and vegetables are main source of roughage. Roughage does not provide any nutrients to our body, but it is an essential component of our food and add to its bulk. This helps our body get rid of undigested food. Water helps our body to absorb nutrients from food. It also helps in throwing out some wastes from body as urine and sweat. Normally we get most of the water that our body needs from the liquids we drink, such as water, milk and tea. In addition, we add water to most cooked foods. Let's see if there is any other source which provides water in our body. Take a tomato or a fruit like lemon, cut it into small pieces. Do your hands get wet while doing so? Carefully observe whenever vegetables and fruits are being cut, peeled, grated, or mashed. At your home, do you find any fresh vegetable or fruits that do not contain some amount of water? We see that many food materials themselves contain water to some extent. Our body needs are met by this water. Apart from this, we also add water while cooking many food items. Balanced diet. The food we normally eat in a day is our diet. For growth and maintenance of good health, our diet should have all the nutrients that our body needs in right quantities, not too much of one and not too little of the other. The diet should also contain a good amount of roughage and water, such a diet is called a balanced diet. So, do you think that people all ages need the same type of diet? Do you also think that what we need for a balanced diet would depend on the amount of physical work that we do? Prepare a chart of whatever you eat over a period of a week. Check whether all the nutrients mentioned are present in one of the other food items being eaten within a day or so. Pulses, groundnut, soya beans, sprouted seeds, moong and Bengal grams, fermented foods, South Indian foods such as idlis, a combination of flours, misi roti, thepla made from cereals and pulses, bananas, spinach, sattu, jaggery, available vegetables and other such foods provide many nutrients. Therefore, one can eat a balanced diet without expensive food materials. Eating the right kind of food is not enough. It should also be cooked properly so that its nutrients are not lost. Are you aware that some nutrients get lost in the process of cooking and preparation? Paheli wonders whether animal food also consists of these different components and do they also need a balanced diet? If the vegetables and fruits are washed after cutting or peeling them, it may result in the loss of some vitamins. The skin of many vegetables and fruits contain vitamins and minerals. Similarly, repeated washing of rice and pulses may remove some vitamins and minerals present in them. We all know that cooking improves the taste of the food and makes it easier to digest. All the same time, cooking also results in the loss of certain nutrients. Many useful proteins and considerable amounts of minerals are lost if excess water is used during cooking and is then thrown away. Vitamin C gets easily destroyed by heat during cooking. Would it not be sensible to include some fruits and raw vegetables in our diet? Bujo thought that fats would be best food to eat all the time. A calorie of fat will give much more energy than a calorie of carbohydrate rich food, isn't it? So he ate nothing but food rich in fats, fried food like samosa and puri, malai, rabdi and peda. Do you think he was right? No, of course not. It can be very harmful for us to eat too much of fat rich food and we may end up suffering from a condition called obesity. Deficiency diseases. A person may be getting enough food to eat, but sometimes the food may not contain a particular nutrient. If this continues over a long period of time, the person may suffer from its deficiency of one or more nutrients can cause diseases or disorder in our body. Diseases that occur due to lack of nutrients over a long period are called deficiency diseases. If a person does not get enough proteins in his or her food for a long time, he or she is likely to have stunted growth, swelling of face, discoloration of hair, skin diseases, and diarrhea. If the diet is deficient in both carbohydrates and proteins for a long period of time, the growth may stop completely. Such a person becomes very lean and thin and so weak that he or she may not even be able to move. Deficiency of different vitamins and minerals may also result in certain diseases or disorder. Some of these are in table 2.3. All deficiency diseases can be prevented by taking a balanced diet. So, in this chapter, we asked ourselves the reason why widely varying food from different regions had a common distribution. This distribution we find ensures that our meals have a balance of the different nutrients needed by the body. So, children, this is the table 2.3. So, some important vitamin or minerals and deficiency diseases caused by the deficiency of particular vitamin and minerals, and what are the symptoms from which we can identify. So, because of vitamin A, deficiency of vitamin A causes loss of vision. That symptoms are poor vision, loss of vision in darkness, sometimes complete loss of vision. Vitamin BM, B1. So deficiency of vitamin B1 causes beriberi. Symptoms are weak muscles and very little energy to work. Deficiency of vitamin C causes scurvy. Symptoms are bleeding gums, wounds take longer time to heal. Deficiency of vitamin D causes rickets. Bones become soft and bent. Deficiency of calcium causes both hand tooth decay. Symptoms are weak bones, tooth decay. Deficiency of iodine causes goiter. Glands in the neck appear swollen. Mental disability in children. Deficiency of iron causes anemia and its symptoms are weakness. So children, the keywords that we learned in this chapter are balanced diet, beriberi. So balanced diet, the diet which contains all kind of foods are called balanced diet that required for our body. Beriberi is a disease caused by deficiency of vitamin B1. Carbohydrates, energy, fats, minerals, nutrients, proteins, roughage, scurvy, starch and vitamins. So summary, the major nutrients in our food are carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals. In addition, food also contains dietary fibers and water. Carbohydrates and fats mainly provide energy to our body. Protein and minerals are needed for the growth and the maintenance of our body. Vitamins help in protecting our body against diseases. Balanced diet provides all the nutrients that our body needs in right quantities along with adequate amount of roughage and water. Deficiency of one or more nutrients in our food for a long time may cause certain diseases or disorders. So children, now do some exercise questions. Name the major nutrients in our food. So the major nutrients in our food are carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals. Next question is, name the following the nutrients which mainly give energy to our body. So the carbohydrates is the food that nutrients that mainly give energy to our body. The nutrients that are needed for the growth and maintenance of our body. So proteins and minerals needed for the growth and maintenance of our body. A vitamin required for maintaining good eyesight. Yeah, vitamin A requires for maintaining good eyesight. A mineral that is required for keeping our bones healthy. So, we already studied calcium is very important to keep the bones healthy. Name two food each rich in fats. So, fat rich food are fish and milk. Starch rich foods are, so the food which are rich in starch, so that kind of foods are potatoes, cooked rice, dietary fibers. So dietary fibers are present in vegetables, fruits. These are rich in dietary fibers. Protein rich foods are milk, egg, fish, and some meats are rich in protein. Now take the statement that are correct. By eating rice alone, we can fulfill nutritional requirement of our body. This is false. Deficiency diseases can be prevented by eating a balanced diet. Deficiency diseases can be prevented by eating a balanced diet. Yes, this is true. No, this is not true. This is false, because deficiency diseases can be prevented by eating a balanced diet. Yeah, we can prevent. Yes, this is right. Next is, balanced diet for a body should contain a variety of food items. Yes, this is true. Meat alone is sufficient to provide all nutrients to our body. This is false. This is caused by deficiency of vitamin D. Rickets. Deficiency of DAS causes beriberi. So vitamin B1. Deficiency of vitamin C causes a disease known as scurvy. Night blindness is caused due to deficiency of vitamin A in our food. So children, this was the lesson 2 for class 6 components of food. In this lesson we discussed all the important points and we explained this lesson, and in our next video we will learn the third lesson from this book. So the third lesson is fiber and fabric. So children, I hope you understood this lesson very well. So don't forget to hit a thumbs up and subscribe the channel for more such videos. At last, thanks for learning. Thanks for watching.